Hello and welcome again to the winners for the business end of the VFL season, the start of the 1980 finals. More than 140,000 people saw the two games, and a special in the program this week because we'll be having a look at the candidates for Mark and Goal of the Year. Chance to win a trip from anywhere in Australia to Melbourne to see the 3 weeks' time. As well, highlights of the Elimination final and Collingwood, the loser to bow out for the season, which meant that Super could have been in charge of North for the last time. The qualifying final between where the evergreen Kevin Bartlett breaks the VFL record and celebrates with 6 goals. And we speak with among the goals. Collingwood and North Melbourne was 4th against 5th. But after such an even competition, it was bad news for. There was the possibility that perhaps the winner could go on. The winner of an elimination final would go on and do that. Well, these two. North Melbourne won the night competition this year after a controversial by 3 points, but Collingwood had won the last 3 day games. And 83,000 people were so inspired by the prospects they turned up at the MCG to see an even first half, with Collingwood leading by 7 points. But vitally, they lost 2 important players in Alan Edwards and Ron Wearmouth, so they were going to have the job ahead of them in the second half. Well, we joined the game 20 minutes into the third quarter, and the commentators Tim and Ian Cleland.
Moore in the front. Byrne having trouble handling it. So is Law, but he got his kick. Big chance for Glendenning. Brilliant. Too good for Pickin. Drives it down towards the half-forward line. Now for Dacos. He's under the hammer. Got away from one opponent. Had a bounce.
Whistle on play. Doug Smith cupped Morris around the ear because he felt Morris had raised the elbow.
He sure did.
Well, play's gone on at the other end of the ground. Umpire Cameron talking to players at one end, but meanwhile Collingwood deep in attack.
That's a Dench and Barham. Down it comes. Barham again. Across it goes towards Carlson. Carlson fumbles. Still has time to recover and kicks it back towards an open goal. And he has put it through.
21 minutes gone, third quarter. 60 to 58 in favour of North Melbourne. And Dempsey gets it, but taken away by Dacos. Collingwood are coming again. Good kick up towards full forward. Moore is there. Has he got it? No, says the umpire. Play on. It'll be a stack of players, and the ball is somewhere there. Umpire Peter Cameron will come in, ball it up 25 metres out from the Collingwood goal. Sutton limping a little bit. Grabs the thigh. Moore is there to contest the bounce. So is Dempsey. Play on, says the umpire, Daryl Schimmelbusch, easily. Across to Wilson, who ran the wrong way. Changes in mind now. He's had a bounce. Some of the Collingwood players are starting to get tired. Daryl Schimmelbusch caught with it. Another one. Greg out to Daryl Schimmelbusch. Short pass. In front and marking it well. Andy Ireland. No 15-metre penalty. Andy Ireland is on the half-back flank. Will kick it up towards the centre wing position. Looking for a Collingwood players. Find him. Craig Davis plays on quickly. Drives it up towards the centre half-forward position. Moore is at the back. Bundled out of position. A chance. Oh, could be a Collingwood free kick. No, says the umpire. Carlson again. How's he going? Again. Carlson. 3 goals.
And Collingwood have taken the front at the 23.5-minute mark in the third term. So Dempsey on the ball and Moore off it. Aitken's there to compete with him, never looked like it. Picked up by Greg, should take a free kick from a very... Oh, what a shocking decision. Out it goes to Carlson. Carlson downfield and Moore and Dench. Dench spoils him brilliantly. Kick the goal. The redoubtable Rene Ferdinand King came in with his 100 kilograms and kicks a goal with the ball in midair, just off the ground.
24 minutes gone, third quarter. 5 minutes to go. They were 10 points behind, and now Collingwood are 10 points in front. Aitken goes for it. Comes across to Olsen. His hand pass wasn't very well delivered, and we see the brilliant Greg kick it down towards the full forward position, and it's a great North Melbourne mark, a beautiful mark by Jarrett. 30 metres out, straight in front. He used his body to perfection. Domness was there. Domberg was with him, but not good enough. Jarrett shoots. Is he offline? No, he's not. 4 points the difference into the time one period. Third quarter, Collingwood lead.
Centre bounce with Gary Dempsey standing beside Malcolm Blight. That's about all Malcolm's done today. In comes the big fellow against Aitken. Dempsey won it. Cass in trouble. Hits it down. Intercepted by Dacos. Dacos downfield. Peter Moore late on the scene. Punches out in front. Nicely intercepted there by Lowe. Lowe out to Shaw. And Shaw does it. Goal number 4. And it really is a magnificent performance by this hot-headed skipper. 5 goals in 4 minutes.
26 minutes gone, Collingwood by 10 points, and it's a handy lead. Aitken wins. Taken away by Henshaw, out wide to Schimmelbusch. North keen for a goal in time on, at least 1 goal in time on. Not much to kick to there. Pickett will swoop. Oh, kicked off the ground by Wilson. Leading in the race for it, Blight. Not there in time. In fact, Doug said a moment ago, really been there in time today. And North need Malcolm Blight to really lift. Is the champion capable of doing it? 26.5 minutes gone. North deep in attack, but 10 points down. Dempsey trying to take it out of the air. Through goes Magro. Good strong play. Keeps it in play. Still in play. Out on centre wing. Chance on for Wright. Ooh, suspicious looking hand pass. Henshaw. Now Law into half forward. Wilson a good attempt. Dacos though, well tackled by Wilson. Oh, he's penalised him. Free kick to Dacos for being held when not in possession. You be the judge as to whether or not he was.
Oh, what a good piece of play by Casson. Anticipated it, gives the ball across to teammate. Jarrett shoots for goals. Beautiful play through Casson.
Right, 3rd goal.
Stephen Wright, 3 goals.
Glendinning's at centre half forward. Dempsey's on the ball, and so is the match winner up to date, Peter Moore, with his skipper, who's been a magnificent player, right beside him in Ray Shaw. Here's the big bounce. Moore wins it, past the umpire. Strongly comes Ick, punches it away. Out from Davis. Picked up by Schimmelbusch. Schimmelbusch downfield, Glendinning. Glendinning is the hope. Glendinning was 2nd top goal kicker last year, only 1 behind Malcolm Blight in North Melbourne's tally. 59 did he kick. He played a brilliant game at centre half back, now to centre half forward. 55 to 60 metres out from goal. A driving kick. 1 goal. Sheer epitome of class. There he is, Ross Glendinning.
The margin back to 5 points. A minute gone in the first term. Only a kick in it. Collingwood and North Melbourne, and sudden death in the elimination final. Daryl Schimmelbusch to Blight. Good play onto Wilson. Goes long to full forward. Sutton well behind. Couldn't get there, and McCormick doing it pretty well at fullback for Collingwood today. Up towards North right half forward flank, and the tension filling the air at the MCG. Great clubs. Sudden death confrontation. Almost 4 minutes gone. Collingwood by 5 points, and Dempsey really doing well at the start of the quarter to Schimmelbusch and onto Blight. Up to half forward. No mark. Jarrett. Nicely roved by Jarrett. No one there to receive. McCormick taking the loose one. And Collingwood out of trouble. Magro from half back. Oh, he took a long time. Just got boot to ball. Barham. Oh, he's met solidly. Free kick to Barham for a push in the back. Keith Gregg ran in hard and ran into the back of Barham, who takes it at half-back flank for the Magpies.
There's the kick by Barham, looking for Kink. Tries a one-hander, and that's not good enough. Dacos is there, battles hard, gets the ball out here towards Lowe. It could be a free kick to North, and it is. Cheers from the crowd, because the free kicks, give or take, a 31 to 13 in favour of Collingwood, as the ball comes to Henshaw, a hand pass out to Blight. Blight, a quiet player all day. Left foots it up here towards the half-forward line. There's a chance for Peter Moore. Bursts his way around. He'll have to get rid of it. It's a bad hand pass. Domberg might help him out of trouble. He does. Drives it down towards the half-forward line. Trying to mark it. Alan Davis hasn't been into play at all. Good little play there by Ramsey. One of those little taps across the boundary line. He was under the hammer and he's over the boundary line on the half-forward flank down the Collingwood end. They lead by 5 points. 4.5 minutes into the last quarter. Good play by McCann. He gets them out of trouble. Kicks it to the centre wing. Dempsey is there. Gregg. Brilliant. Away he goes. Right down towards over the head of the pack. There's a chance for Brytis. Morris has gone to the ground. Brytis is on his own. He can pick it up and snap. He does, and it's a goal to Brytis. His third goal.
North are in front by a point. North 84, Collingwood 83. Torrid slogging 8.5 minutes of the final term, and I think we'll see another 22 or so of the same stuff as Morris kicks to the centre line. Byrne and Schimmelbusch vie, and taken by King. Well done to open space at half forward. Henshaw chases and Craig Davis has fallen over. Henshaw muffs it and lets Alan Davis in. Hooks the ball back into centre half forward. Now Davis under it. McCann in attendance. In fact, it was Aitken for Collingwood, but what a good mark. Gives it to Ramsey out wide. The lead coming from Gregg. Spears the pass to Ramsey very well, and Gregg marks at half-back. Looks for a lead, but none offering at the moment. In front of the members' stand is Keith Gregg. His side leading by 1 point. Poor kick. Ireland in the way, takes the mark for Collingwood on centre wing.
Gives a long hand pass out to Peter Moore. He runs. He gets his kick up towards the half-forward line. On one leg, Lowe's marked it. He's limping badly. Well, if he can kick this goal, and it'll have to be a great kick. Don't know which leg is the sorer of the two. He's been hobbling for some few minutes. 15-metre penalty. It's a goal. It'll be allowed. It's a...
Well, Kerry Good has not been asked to go back on the ground since his very poor performance in the first quarter and a half. Here comes Moore and Dempsey. Even Stephen. Picked up by Wilson. Wilson out where Barham's got the chance. A quiet player. Sends it down towards that half-forward line. Henshaw's in front. Low! Oh, completely misjudged by Henshaw. Henshaw's claiming he was pushed. The umpire said, in no way does I agree, and the mark is taken by Lowe. Well, there's the ex-Footscray player, Ian Lowe, one of the many great recruits they've got from that Gippsland area, and comes in from only about 25 to 30 metres out and shoots for goal, and looks pretty nice to me. And that's another goal. The second goal to Lowe, and Collingwood take a handsome lead.
Well, that makes it tough for North. Pegged them back once, can they do it again? 11.5 minutes gone in the final term. Moore and Dempsey. I think players thought they'd heard a whistle and they all stopped, but it comes out to Wayne Schimmelbusch, who goes long. Oh, McCormack, what a good mark. Excellent mark from McCormack, his fourth for the day. Kicks to half-back. Dempsey and Moore has completely taken the honours. Not that Dempsey's been disgraced, but Moore has been too good. 9th mark to Moore. Kicking beyond the centre. Nicely roved by Dench to Jarrett and back to Dench. A David Dench run onto Casson. Back to Dench. Can he kick one of those famous goals? Lines up and misses. Doesn't make the distance. Behind off hands. North 13-7, Collingwood 13-17.
12 minutes gone. 95 to 85, 10 points the difference in favour of Collingwood. McCormack goes straight upfield, looking for Peter Moore. The ball thumped away, comes out towards the umpire. Glendinning knocks it out beautifully out here to Sutton. Charging through was Magro, got one in the face, but the umpire says play on. There's a goal coming up to North Melbourne. Wilson has a shot. I think he's missed it. He has, from straight in front. And another Collingwood player is down. This time it's Magro. Remembering, pardon, yes, he's groggy, you're right. Remembering that they have got 2 players off the ground. They have been since the first and the second quarters in the person of Wearmouth and Edwards.
McCormack, Gregg and Barham. Over the top of Davis, past Magro. Trouble for North Melbourne, free kick. A bad tackle, Jarrett, and will be taken by Ireland. Ireland looks in the Kink direction, Law's in front of him, Kink above him, hits it down nicely, well played Shaw, but it went straight to Dent, Dent's the lightning hand passer, on to Law, back to Daryl Schimmelbusch, tries to boot it out wide towards Jarrett, good mark. No, it's Rodney Wright. Right now, ready to kick down.
15 metres, costly one, Kevin Morris, an experienced player, and that brings Wright to within about 45. He would have been too far out for sure. He's kicked 3, all of those in the third quarter. This is an important kick. High, inaccurate, one behind. And North, when they desperately need a couple of goals, cannot find the opening. They've missed some sitters in the last couple of minutes. They trail by 8 points.
McCormack goes wide to the flank, looking for Craig Davis, but at the back it's Ray Byrne, drives it up towards the half-forward line. There's the big fellow out there, but he can't get to it. And the lead was good from Kink, but the ball was too wide. Nearly 14 minutes gone in this last quarter, and it's 13-9 to 13-17, an 8-point advantage to Collingwood. It's up in their attacking division. Who will have the honour of going for it? Looks like McCann against Aitken. McCann knocks it down. Free kick going to go to North Melbourne in the person of McCann. He's got a bit of a limp. He's not on his own out there, I can assure you, because Collingwood, to me, are the walking wounded.
Stephen McCann, short passes. Oh, it's danger. It's danger. Punched away by Byrne or Dacos. Back it goes towards the boundary line. Alan Davis. Downfield, Ramsey in front. Misses a sitter. An absolute sitter. Driving for an open goal. And it's missed. It's well wide. I think it was Craig Davis, wasn't it?
Yes.
He kicked it very wide that time. And he's had a quiet match, actually. It's well out of bounds. And the boundary umpire. Only 7 kicks has he had after a great season.
And I think Ramsey's heart might have been in his mouth while that ball was in flight. 15 and a half minutes gone. Collingwood by a kick and a half. Henshaw loses it. Now chance on Alan Davis. Oh, bad kick.
The goal umpire was not in position.
No way. That was not a behind.
Could become important if they play another draw. 1977. The margin 9 points in Collingwood's favour as Dench, proppy kick to half-back. Schimmelbusch doesn't let him down, or does he? Fights on. Free kick to Schimmelbusch, penalising the side. North were able to break away then, but umpire Cameron probably not in position to witness that. As Schimmelbusch kicks towards centre wing. Over Brightus's head. Nicely roved by Wilson. Well tackled by Dacos, who gets the free kick. Very well done. Wilson looked as if he'd given him the slip. 14th kick to Peter Dacos.
Been doing pretty well in the centre as this 18-year-old boy kicks it up towards centre half foot, but Dempsey's there, knocked away by Kink, yards over the boundary line. It'll waste a few seconds, but I think Collingwood want to get a goal desperately, although they lead 96 to 87. It's on their half-forward line. Dempsey easily because Moore fell over. Dacos again. Still struggling to get it, but Law took it away from him. His kick is smothered. Comes up towards that half-forward line. There's a chance. Going, grab. Down he goes. The umpire says play on. 2 Collingwood players here. Moore. You'll have to hurry. Searle balks beautifully. The touch of a class of champion. And it's a Craig Davis mark in the goal square. And Peter Moore was the fellow that put it there. "17 minutes now. Another goal to Collingwood. And they go to 14-18 to 13-9.
Well, there's Craig Davis kicking his 46th goal for the season.
23 minutes gone. North desperately short of time here. Ramsey rushing it. Ick tries to keep it in. No, doesn't keep it in.
It's a point.
The umpire is indicating that it crossed the line. So behind to Collingwood, who lead
103 it should be when it's finished.
103 to 87, so the margin is 16 points. And we're only a minute and a half away from the time-on period.
Short pass finds Dempsey. They need to get it up to that forward line in a hurry. Dempsey's taking too long. Took about 5 or 6 seconds longer than he should have. It's a long kick up towards the half-forward line. Good work from Rayburn. But Blight is there. He's caught, but he gets his kick back to centre half-forward. Magro is there underneath the pack. Good play here by Collingwood. And as Craig Davis kicks it back to the centre of the ground, Glendinning tries to get a one-hander. Wilson got his kick back towards the half-forward line for Collingwood. Bounces. Chance for North Melbourne. Wayne Schimmelbusch. This could be a goal coming up. Great tackle. Great tackle. And Collingwood are out of trouble momentarily. Comes across to McCormick. He kicks it wide. It's too far, and Greg will grab it. Beautiful play, Greg. A hand pass back towards right. He shoots the goal, and he's gold. 4 goals to right.
Oh, desperado.
Well, I wonder. Remember that night final? Collingwood led by 2.5 goals, virtually in time on, and somehow North found that little bit extra and got up and won.
Just as we hear, it's a record crowd for the elimination final. They've certainly got their money's worth today as Dempsey comes in with Moore. Moore wins it once again. Across and beautifully picked up and hand pass to Shaw. Shaw's got in lots of trouble as he right foots for goal. Does it? He hit the post. My word, he's been an opportunist, Rover. That was a magnificent piece of football as he drove goalwards with his 24th kick. Just missed it. Short pass goes out looking for Wayne Schimmelbusch, who's been hotly contested by Byrne all day. It's pushed over the line, out of bounds.
25.5 minutes gone. North needing 2 goals. Around about 4 minutes of play left. Dempsey front position against Moore, who climbs high and wins, but Glendinning, oh, great pace, gives it to Schimmelbusch, and away go the Roos. Kicks towards half-forward. Not much there to kick to again. Doug Smith takes it, fiddles, now kicks with the left boot. In towards full forward. McCormick almost the mark. Magro the clearing kick, but Keith Gregg, the only man there, waits under the ball and marks it. Now, looks, there's nothing there to kick to. So he sinks the boot. It's a bad kick, very bad kick, and McCormick takes the saving mark for Collingwood, and that might have been North's last chance.
1.5 minutes of time on gone. Collingwood 104, North 93. He kicks it wide to the outer side of the ground, overhead of the pack. Chance for Rayburn, who's been a pretty good player for Collingwood today. Kicks it down to their attacking zone. Might be a free kick. It is to North Melbourne, and it's going to be taken on the half-back flank by Stephen Inck.
David Dench. Dench then boots it downfield, wide out towards centre wing position. Underneath it, Byrne, nicely taken by Good and then lost. He hits it back towards Craig Davis, taken away from him by the gallant captain Schimmelbusch. Great effort in front there by Wilson. In a flash it goes back, and a long kick down towards that full forward zone. Down in front of the pack it goes. It's North Melbourne, got the opportunity, lost it. Well played, Barham. Across it goes to Shaw.
Shaw everywhere. Lovely pass to Carlson, and that might do the trick for Collingwood. 27 minutes gone. Carlson forward of centre wing, taking his time. Bad kick, slipping off the side of the boot. Alan Davis! Not paid the mark, not paid the mark. Inck races away with the ball. Oh, get your kick. He's well shepherded, beautifully shepherded by Jarrett. Out wide to Schimmelbusch, and North still breathing, if only just. Schimmelbusch goes long towards full forward. Sutton from behind, but almost a McCormick mark. North battling desperately. McCormick tackled by Sutton. Play on, and now a throw in left forward pocket for North Melbourne.
McCormick could have been penalised then. I wouldn't use the word should, but very close hairline decision. In come the Giants once again. From behind, it's a nice leap by Picken, picked up by Magro. Magro's kick in front, Blight. Blight misses what he should have taken, Glendinning. Awkward bounce, gathers it skillfully, turns and twists, boots it back towards that full forward zone. The sun streaming into the player's eyes. Casson shoots for goal and puts it behind. Oh, that would have made it interesting.
That was the one, Doug.
That would have made it so interesting. The difference is now 10 points. It would have been 6.
Less.
Or 5, yes.
McCormick from fullback, 10 points the margin, 28.5 minutes gone. Long kick, looking for more. This time he couldn't take the mark. North fighting hard, but so too is Russell Olsen for Collingwood. Through goes Wilson, great play. Left foot kick. McCormack, good spoil. Now Domberg backing up, Sutton the chance. Breaks a couple of tackles but loses the ball in the process. Now Magro. Oh! Brightus tackling. Play goes on. Chance for Brightus. Snap from an impossible angle. And so it proved to be. One behind. And the margin is 9 points. 29 minutes gone. And I think Collingwood are into the first semi.
Well, they're quite gallant in North Melbourne. They will not give up. And here comes Peter McCormack, who's been one of Collingwood's best defenders. Boots it out in the more Dempsey direction. Up goes Glendinning, picked up nicely. Look out, here comes Wright. Out to Ick. He sends a long one goalward, off direction, and another point. They're spraying them. Well, backman in the forward line, they're everywhere.
29 and a half minutes, 8 points the margin. They've got to kick a goal and then kick one straight after the bounce. McCormack, with a lead here from Ireland. No one within 50 metres of him. Where are those North forwards who should be acting as defenders? 2 bounces Ireland. Keith Gregg is letting him keep coming. Eventually Ireland kicks into Collingwood's attacking half, but badly and straight to Law. There's the siren. Collingwood have won it. Collingwood have beaten North Melbourne by 8 points and advanced to the first semi-final.
Collingwood 34 scoring shots to 26, and despite the fact that North made the last 3 scores, Collingwood hung on by 8 points. For the Magpies, Ray Shaw and Carlson each kicked 4 goals, Lowe kicked 2. For North, Wright kicked 4, Brightus 3 and Glendinning kicked 2 goals. Well, is that the end of an era at North Melbourne? It's the first time since 1974 that North have finished worse than third. And the chances are good that Ron Barassi will return to his original club Melbourne next year, and it looks almost certainly as though it's the end of the North Melbourne-Barassi partnership. Well, Collingwood, having lost Alan Edwards and Ronnie Wearmouth, scored a plucky win against North Melbourne, and skipper Ray Shaw was satisfied after the game as he talked to Ian Cleland.
Players like Butch and Ronnie in the first couple of quarters, I think it brought the players together a lot more, and we wanted to win for them and for ourselves too.
And even when Ian Lowe was injured, he was down the forward line. It was like the walking wounded, but it brought the best out of Collingwood. Yeah,
I think so. It was a real tough game because the ground was very hard, and, you know, every time you hit the dirt, you knew you were down there. It was a great team effort.
You must love roving to Big Peter Moore.
Yeah, Pete played a tremendous game. He's been really keyed up this week, especially against Dempsey. They're probably the best 2 ruckmen in the league, and to Peter's credit, he just kept at it and at it and at it, and, he come out on top.
What a great game from Ray Byrne on the wing against Wayne Schimmelbusch all day.
Yeah, well, they've been wrapping up, Wayne and Greg as the best 2 wingers in the league, probably they are, but we've got Ricky Barham and Ray Byrne. They're probably not the best 2, but they give their all every week.
That's the most important thing, isn't it? Isn't it all the team effort?
Oh, that's all it is, really, yes.
First quarter, you had a bit of trouble with the umpires. What was your problem? Were you frustrated? Captain of a side, and you've got 90,000 people watching you. Just tell us what happened.
Oh, I think it was my own fault. I probably just trying to do a little bit too much to lift the side. I remember one side bounced the ball past Daryl Schimmelbusch and he grabbed me, and my first thought was that I handballed it, but that was very undisciplined play on my part, and the boys got right behind me a quarter time and I went back and played the ball.
Well, it shows what a great captain you are, Ray, because you did wrong as a captain, and you will admit that, but you fought back in the next 3 quarters and set a fantastic example.
Thank you very much.
I think you ought to be proud of yourself and proud of Collingwood. It was a great gutsy effort.
Oh, I am very proud.
Now, what about next week?
Well, it looks as though we play Carlton here. We're going to take every game as it comes. We've had a couple of close encounters with Carlton the last couple of years, and I think next week's going to be the same thing, and I hope we come out on top.
Well, it's obvious you won't have Edwards, and of course Wearmouth would have to be in doubt. Now, who have you got to come in to help?
Yeah, well, Ross Brewer, David Young, of course. I think possibly David Young will be back next week. And, we've got a couple of other boys in the seconds who are very close to senior selection. So, if these 2 boys are out, well, I'm quite sure we've got boys of the same calibre to come back in.
Well, there's no doubt about Collingwood. They are crowd pleasers, and the league must be rapt to have Collingwood in the finals because you give you all.
Well, I hope we're in there for another 3 weeks, eh?
Good on you, Ray. Well done.
Ray Shaw talking there with Ian Cleland. Well, now back to this week's football. Some more highlights from the 2 finals matches.
And the 2 big men asserting their brilliance early. More into half forward. Glendinning couldn't spoil Edwards. A good mark.
Very bad tackle by Wilson. Peter Moore once again in great position. Brilliant mark. That's his best mark for the quarter.
Have North got any forwards? A burning question taken by Daryl Schimmelbusch. Cleverly played. Now Blight with the chance. Lines them up 40 metres out and puts it through. The answer took just 30 seconds.
Out to Magro. Magro dodges cleverly to Moore. Moore kick number 13 if he wants to give it. He runs past with great skill. Hand passes to Captain Shaw. In trouble from Greg. Out to Barham. Great football. Brilliantly back to Greg to Shaw. And Dempsey beaten by a great mark. Brilliantly taken by Olsen. Well, that was a perfect classical display of team football. Out to Barham. Shoots for goal and does it.
Play on. Dench. Again, fumbling. Oh, McCann loses it to Ray Shaw. Great play, Shaw. One bounce. The long one in towards goal. It's there. Great goal by Ray Shaw.
There's a chance now for Magro. Gets the ball, kicks it wide to the member stand side of the ground. Craig Davis. What a mark.
And from the centre line, Picken puts Collingwood into attack with an ungainly kick. Floated a long way, in fact beat everybody but Dench, who gives it to Jarrett. He goes out wide looking for Schimmelbusch. Byrne wearing him like a glove. Schimmelbusch goes to ground and that gives Byrne the jump. But through goes Schimmelbusch, backed up by Henshaw. On to Brightest. Great play, North Melbourne. One bounce. Past the member stand. A second one. He's being mowed down by Morris. Great chase by Morris. Kicks to full forward. No, Glenn did him. Oh, why did he short pass? But he's done it well. And the mark taken by Wright, only 20 metres out directly in front.